The power line, it's claimed, will be the world's largest cross-border link and will be built from the UK to Holland, connecting offshore wind farms in between. Now, the step up in green electricity was announced as the campaign group Extinction Rebellion told us that they're not going away after 4 days of protest in London. Our climate change and energy correspondent Hannah Thomas-Peter reports.
On the fourth and final day of climate protests in Westminster, the beat goes on. Campaigners demanding an end to new oil and gas drilling, even though they know the government is doing the opposite.
What these people in this building need to know is that this is not going away. You know, the climate impacts are exponential, they're rising day by day, and so are we.
The threat from activists is that if they are ignored, the relative peace and order of these protests will soon be replaced by something else.
We're going to really have to think about our strategies going forwards, right? I mean, the whole point of doing these protests is to try and make a change. I think civil disobedience will definitely be part of it.
The Just Stop Oil group has already committed to more of these rolling roadblocks in London and beyond.
Greenwash busters, carbon suckers!
But whatever happens in the coming weeks, ministers are unlikely to shift course, making clear they won't respond to demands issued in this way and defending their record on decarbonisation.
Despite these protests, the government argues it is making progress, particularly when it comes to clean power generation and especially in offshore wind.
At the North Sea Summit in Belgium, the UK and other European nations announced new interconnectors to share electricity and committed to a significant expansion of offshore wind by 2050.
The power of that wind, the ability for that to create megawatts, gigawatts of electricity for Europe is singularly good news and is one of the things which brings us together.
It isn't enough for the protesters in London. They point to failures on home insulation, transport and land use. All of these things must be fixed, they say, if the UK is to keep its promise to limit global warming. Hannah Thomas-Peter, Sky News in Westminster.